Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, welcome to the first ever Monologue Monday with Sir Enzo. What the hell is a Monologue Monday? Well, Monologue Monday is when my fat ass sits in front of this webcam and talks to the people of YouTube about whatever the hell I feel like it. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, a couple of topics been catching my eye lately. We're going to start with standalone $20 titles and DLC. What the hell is the difference? Honestly. There's a lot of games right now coming out with these $20 like standalone DLC title things because they don't want to be called DLC because DLC in general just has such a negative connotation with it. For example, Infamous did it with their First Light, which they branded it DLC, but it was standalone. You didn't need the game. If you traded Infamous Second Son in, it didn't matter. It wasn't going to hurt you. You could still pay the $15, $20, download First Light, play it, do whatever. Or if you were smart like me, you waited until this past January when it was free for PlayStation Plus members, and you got it for free. And I've seen it's starting to kind of become somewhat of a trend. Wolfenstein has recently just announced that their New Blood, or the New Order, no, New Blood, or Old Blood, I don't know what it's called, something along the lines of Wolfenstein, I think the Old Blood, is like a prequel to Wolfenstein the New Order. And it's going to be $20, standalone title, you don't need the game to buy it. And it's basically just DLC for Wolfenstein. But it's not, right? Like, they kind of get away with not calling it DLC by making it its own separate thing, its own separate title. Because DLC has such a negative tone, a negative influence in just when gamers hear about DLC, they feel like they're getting gypped. They feel like they're buying an unfinished product. Like, for example, maybe like certain titles like Battlefield aside, when you know what you're getting into every year when that game comes out, there are some games that's like like Assassin's Creed, buy the season pass to get all these DLCs. Well, why don't I just get that for free for buying and supporting your game? One game, Shadow of Mordor, just recently did that. Shadow of Mordor was like nominated for Game of the Year like across the board last year, and it gave, I think, all of its DLC as free. And more game companies should do that because that's fucking awesome. Nobody paid a dime for any of their DLC. Now, was it good DLC? I know it got like mediocre reviews. The Blight Lord and whatever the hell else the other one was that came out before that. The bottom line is you're getting free content. It's keeping the game fresh. You're going to keep playing the game. It's going to keep progressing and going along. And you're getting it for free. Like that's the big thing. And just like so many companies now, I guess not so many, but like 3-4 companies are doing these $20 standalone title DLC things. And it's kind of bullshit. It's kind of just a way for them, like I said before, to get around calling it DLC so that people just shell out the cash to play these things. And we can't buy it. You guys, you can't buy it. As great as it sounds, you're really just, because if you keep buying it and supporting it, you're just feeding them money, and they're just going to keep doing it. They're just going to keep doing this shitty, shisty, shady act of the DLC thing. And it sucks because a lot of the DLC is really great content. A lot of people want to play that. A lot of people who played, Infamous Second Son, who enjoyed it, wanted to know more on, God, what is the girl's name? The girl in First Light, her backstory, the neon chick, I don't remember her name. It's not important. What's important is we're just getting hosed for more money. You shell out $400 for a console, you shell out $60 for the game, and then you got to shell out another. Season passes are usually like around $20. Shell out another $20 for a season pass to get a bunch of future DLC that may or may not be good. Just kind of wing it. Give us your money and maybe we'll give you good stuff. Might happen. Or you might have to go fuck yourself, Who knows? Who knows? Who fucking knows? God. Moving along. GTA 5 is getting heists. Now, GTA 5 recently has come back into the realm of things. It got re-released for Xbox One and PS4. I love GTA 5. I thought it was a great game. I thought it was well deserving of the near perfect ratings it got across the board. And Rockstar just continues to hit home runs. And I was just talking about DLC and how paying for it after paying for a $60 game sucks. But this is nice. This is free. More free DLC. You're gonna do DLC. Fucking take a page out of Rocksteady's notebook and fucking Monolith and make that shit free. Like they do. That's cool. You took my $60, you didn't ask for a dime more, and you gave me free shit to keep your game fresh and relevant. That's what more companies need to be doing, what more developers need to be doing. Now, GTA 5 is getting these heists. Apparently, according to IGN, these heists can take up to 3 hours long. Now, I don't know the exact ramifications of this. I haven't played GTA Online in months. Probably since at least 3 months. Anyways, 3 hours is a long time, and I'm assuming they're not going to make you just sit there for 3 hours straight and just trudge through the game. That was one of the huge turnoffs for me with Destiny, or has been one of the few huge turnoffs with Destiny, is just like the raids in the game. They're great content. It takes teamwork, it takes, smarts, focus, but it's like hour, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours long if the people don't know what they're doing, and just sitting in front of my TV doing the same thing, just dying for, just fucking falling asleep, guys. Come on. I really hope the heists aren't 3 hours long per heist, like straight through. I hope it's like 3 hours collectively. Like you do a couple missions, or you do a mission, and then like you come up to the big final mission, which is a heist, and then that accumulates to 3 hours. That would be fine. I just hope that I'm not reading into this wrong. And finally, on our little monologue list, Arkham Knight gets an M rating. Now, a lot of people don't think that this is that big of a deal, but it actually kind of is. The previous Arkham games have all gotten teen ratings, which allows more people to buy their games. It allows more people to, it allows them to market their product to a wider audience. And the M rating is going to hurt them, man. I mean, the game's still going to sell like crazy. Rocksteady has done phenomenal with this Arkham Knight brand, man. They really have. They've knocked it out of the park. It's probably far and away the best superhero game on, to date. Not Arkham Knight specifically, but the series. Outside of Arkham Origins, that one's but that's a story for another time. So it gets its M rating, and IGN has this thing posted up on their website, and it's talking about, why it got the M rating. And there's kind of some spoilery stuff in here. But basically, it's just there's a guy and he's on some operating table, and apparently some innocent civilians get shot or something in the game, and they also talk about having distinct signs that read live nude girls and XXX, and the words bitch and ass are used in the game, and some other word that I've never seen before in my life. But they were... Can't have that word. Can't have that word. But I think it's really going to affect their sales, man. I really do. I mean, it's still going to sell like crazy. It's still going to do well. It just might not do as well as they think it's going to do, because there's a lot of not kids, but young teenagers that work wherever they work and saving up their money to buy Arkham Knight, and they're not going to be able to buy it. Now, not that matters entirely, because you can just say, hey, Mom, you want to buy me this game? And they'll buy it for you, and that'll be fine. But I think it is going to have an impact. Now, is it going to have that negative of an impact or a connotation that's really going to deter mothers from buying it for their children? Maybe. Probably not. I see 12-year-olds running around in Grand Theft Auto 5, so Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it really won't affect them as much as I think it's going to, but it kind of sucks, man. Kind of sucks for them. I'm just excited for the game. It comes out in June 2nd or something like that. Super stoked for that. I'm also stoked for tomorrow because as of the day, the Monday, March 9th, tomorrow Hotline Miami 2 comes out, which I'm fucking so excited for. Oh, I love Hotline Miami. I love Hotline Miami so much. So much. I think that about wraps it up for Monologue Monday. I ain't got anything else to talk about, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching me rant to a fucking webcam for 10 minutes. This is going on now. If you like the video, like it, share it, subscribe, comment below. Tell me about how much of a fucking idiot I am. Tell me about where I was wrong, where I was right. Leave some suggestions in the comments below for anything you want to talk about next week when I do my next Monologue Monday. And that's it. Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, I'm Enzo, your YouTube. And as always, stay classy, Internet.